It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos.
And it comes your way next.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And off we go from Denver. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league is a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
They go with Williams on the counter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know And you may come back too, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, it's Williams again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. We're working a couple yards past the line. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he gets him around 6 there. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Allen. This one taken in by Baker. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen completes this one to Baker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Pressure coming, it's Allen. Hauled in by Bourne. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
It's complete to Hunter Henry. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Allen gonna throw again. Cut near the goal line. And he has the New England touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. We netted 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That finds Vele complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Nix with it on first. He's on the move. He takes it himself.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw again. Nix. Dash is made in close. Touchdown, Denver. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Patriots and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On first down, Allen escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Got his target, it's Baker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
First and 10, here's Allen. That's completed right side. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Patriots will have a first down. Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Stevenson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming here. Allen. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Stevenson. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Patriots get some late points and the lead. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown! So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on first down, Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Hewitt.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a man in motion. 2nd and 3. This one taken in by Baker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. So here comes the Bronco offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nix. Throw complete to Williams. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. It's a Denver touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Allen. Throwing the out route complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
The give inside to Stevenson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Stevenson. Gets to space right side. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. They got the job done their last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 28. Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
This is our game to win, offense.
Nix from the gun. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Nix with it on 1st. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they get this down to the 28. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Tight end in motion left. 1st and goal. Here's Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Flushed out of the puck, and he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Gibson. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Patriots are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Short pass brought in. Bouncing football. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or 2 in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Stevenson heading right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. He's back to throw. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Patriots feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying the left side with Stevenson. And he'll get this down to the 40. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stevenson with another carry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. Gibson here from the gun. And he works it down to the 30-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
It's a very important field goal for Joey Sly. This one from 47 yards away. Up and good from Joseph. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.